Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Kyle Clark.
I'm Alexandra Lewis. Tonight, a former Inglewood police officer faces a felony assault charge. It stems from a traffic stop that escalated quickly.
9 News Investigates got a hold of police video of this incident, and 9 News reporter Janelle Finch is here with that. Janelle?
Former Inglewood police officer Ryan Vecina could be looking at time in jail if convicted on the second-degree assault charge. As he was booked into jail tonight, 9 News Investigates obtained body and dash camera footage of the traffic stop where he's accused of putting his arm around a man's neck.
Get up. Levántense now.
This is the voice of former Inglewood police officer Ryan Vecina. And 9 News Investigates obtained body camera footage. This is from a traffic stop from October 8th. Court documents say a 20-year-old driver failed to stop at a stop sign. We're not naming or showing him because Vecina is accused of attacking him, and he's a victim in this case. According to the affidavit, the driver is from Venezuela, speaks Spanish, and only knows a few words of English. He did not provide his license or keys when asked.
Give me your hand.
Vecina tried to pull him out of the car. When he doesn't get out, Vecina tases him.
Okay. Get out of the car right now.
He doesn't stop there.
Get on the ground.
Dash cam footage shows Vecina pulling the driver onto the ground. Court documents say the man claims he remembered being choked. Chokeholds are a violation of state law and Inglewood police policy, according to the affidavit. The law says second-degree assault by strangulation requires a 5-year minimum sentence if convicted. The city of Inglewood says Vecina was placed on administrative leave and never returned to duty. The city added he is no longer a city employee. A judge set bail for Vecina at $25,000. No date has been set for his first court appearance. Janelle Finch, 9 News.
Cloudy weather today led to a beautiful sunset. Tomorrow, warmer weather ahead. Let's bring in meteorologist Kathy Sabin with details on that. Kathy?
How about the sunset, though? Before 5 o'clock in the evening, it's taken some time to get used to that for sure, but the color in the sky was glorious. And we've had a lot of pictures coming in of the sunrise and sunsets over the past few days, and that high, thin cloud veil kind of decorated the sky a little bit today. We did enjoy to see when the sun came out from behind the clouds after kind of a chilly start to the day. Temperatures are still really comfortable at 44 in Denver, down to 33 in Greeley and 38 in Fort Collins. Temperatures were a whole lot warmer this time yesterday, and now we're about to see the pendulum swing the other way. As winds shift from the east to the south, we'll see those numbers jump back into the 70s tomorrow. The cloud deck is pushing south and east away from the area, allowing for high pressure to settle back in. And so with clear skies and light winds, some areas will be a bit colder than last night, but the daytime temperatures will run above average tomorrow. Not in record territory like what we saw yesterday, but it's all part of your weather headlines. We have a sunny and warmer Tuesday coming up, but we also have a storm and chance for mountain snow. All of the timing and impact coming up.
Broomfield city leaders are denouncing a symbol of hate that someone spray painted on a church sign. The city says the sign for Beautiful Savior Church on Main Street was vandalized with a large swastika yesterday morning. Volunteers have since cleaned it up. It's not clear who's responsible, but the city says it is under investigation. City leaders released a joint statement, writing in part, "We'll continue to overcome hate by strengthening the bonds that bring us together." The Denver City Council is considering slashing the police department's budget as it wrestles with a $200 million deficit.
9 News reporter Spencer Soysher is here. And Spencer, this is a back and forth between progressive council members and the mayor.
Yeah, the mayor's office submitted its revised budget to the city council, who then made 25 changes to it that they're voting on as we speak right now. That includes taking millions from the police department, who said this would leave Denver down way too many officers.
Almost ironically, we've been accused of defunding the police since 2019, and we never did.
About a half decade after the defund the police movement, the Denver City Council really is talking about it, to an extent at least. It's not targeted at any police misconduct, but more so where to allocate money in a budget crisis. At least 5 council members believe more money in the current budget needs to be spent housing the homeless.
The only difference between now and 2 years ago is that the mayor has decided to move on from the moral imperative to keep children sheltered. I have not.
Councilmember Sarah Parody and Serena Gonzalez Gutierrez's plan to divert $9 million from the police budget to homeless housing services failed.
This is not what my residents want.
Mayor Mike Johnston's office said it's ridiculous to think the mayor isn't taking homelessness seriously. And the police department said the plan would crush efforts to outpace retirements with new recruits.
We need at least 2 full academies just to barely outpace that attrition.
But with budget problems in August, the city laid off 170 workers and eliminated more than 650 positions. And the police and fire departments didn't have to lay anybody off.
To stop hiring full complements next year is penny wise and pound foolish. And so I can't support this.
In various amendments, council members proposed taking a total of $14 million from the police, though the proponents of those plans said they'd withdraw some of them if other plans passed. But the largest defunding, that $9 million, failed.
Don't tell me what your values are. Show me your budget and I'll tell you what your values are.
This meeting is still happening with other police-related amendments still being discussed. The city council members had a lot of complaints for the way that the mayor's office released this budget, accusing the mayor's office of throwing a massive document at them with little time to look it over and make changes. In a statement tonight, the mayor's office disputed that, saying the timeline has followed previous years. Spencer Soischer, 9 News.
The big issue before Denver voters this election day is the so-called Vibrant Denver Bond, close to $1 billion in debt and spending for infrastructure projects across the city. Mayor Mike Johnston says Denver needs to borrow to get things done.
The fact that we can still pay off this debt without new taxes helps, but there are some folks who just in this economy we know are nervous.
But if people voted this down and they vote down the next one, they vote down the next one, eventually there would be a tax decrease.
Yeah, in about 17 years. So I just had our CFO run that for us. It's about 17 years of current debt payments we have already structured before. And then after that, it would take a change of the city charter to reduce the mill levy. So it would take a great deal of council plus public action plus 17 years before it. So it would be no more bonds for 17 years. We could entertain the chance to do that. But for now, I think people care most about making sure these things get up and built more quickly.
There is no organized, well-funded opposition to this year's bond proposal. Bonds in Denver historically have been approved by voters, with the recent exception of former Mayor Hancock's failed attempt to build a new arena at the National Western Complex. So yes, Election Day is tomorrow. More than 855,000 Coloradans have already voted out of 4 million plus registered voters in the state. El Paso County has the reported highest voter turnout so far. You have until 7 tomorrow night to get that mail ballot to a drop box, or if you want to do it old school, you can vote in person. Our team's made it easy to find information about what's on the ballot. Just text the word VOTE to 303-871-1491. We'll send you a link to our election guide.
The Trump administration says it will partially fund SNAP benefits this month. That's after 2 judges ruled the government has to keep the food aid program running during the government shutdown. The Department of Agriculture had planned to freeze payments entirely because it said it could no longer keep funding the program during the shutdown. SNAP costs more than $8 billion a month nationally. The government says an emergency fund it will use is enough to cover about half the normal benefits. It's not clear exactly how much SNAP recipients will get or how quickly they'll see that money show up on the debit cards they use to buy groceries. November payments have already been delayed for millions of people. As the government shutdown drags on, Colorado food banks are getting overwhelmed with folks needing help right now. More than 600,000 Coloradans rely on SNAP benefits. And since those didn't go out over the weekend, many of them will be turning to food banks for help. Those food banks can purchase food for much less than what the average person would spend at the store, which helps stretch donors' dollars even further. Food Bank of the Rockies says those donations are needed now more than ever.
Right now, Food Bank of the Rockies is seeing upwards of 20% more people at our food distributions. We're seeing historic highs, and we're bracing for an even larger surge.
Food Bank of the Rockies says they're sourcing food and scaling up as quickly as possible. And while they did receive some state funding to do that, they say every donation helps. If you'd like to donate to our 9 Cares Colorado Shares Drive, you can do that now through December 7th. Just scan this QR code, get to our donation page. You can also donate whenever you check out at King Soopers. The donation page and all of this information is available for you on 9news.com/9cares.
CU Denver is expanding its efforts to attract high school students from around the Denver metro area. Today, the college announced guaranteed admission for certain students from Jeffco. High schoolers are eligible if they graduate with a grade point average of 3.0 or higher. New policy is effective immediately. Within the past couple of months, CU Denver also announced guaranteed admission for certain students in Denver Public Schools and Aurora Public Schools.